The internet's relationship with Taylor Swift has gotten, let's just say, kind of weird. Like we've reached a point where she can breathe near a microphone and entire economies shift.
When Taylor Swift wraps up the European leg of her Eras tour at Wembley tonight, she won't just be leaving her fans smiling. The tour is also estimated to have boosted the UK economy to the tune of £1 billion.
Did you guys feel that economic effect from Taylor Swift?
We absolutely did. $33 million, in fact, of that, which is the largest concert we've ever seen. I've never seen anything like it. She is a force to be reckoned with, as we know.
Fans analyze her outfits like they're ancient scrolls, and every breakup rumor sparks a week-long congressional hearing on TikTok.
They broke up in April of 2023. Why, we don't know. And it was just because their lives had gone in different directions, no bad blood. However, all her fans, me included, were like, this doesn't add up.
Now, don't get me wrong, Taylor Swift is one of the most influential artists in the world, but somewhere between Fearless and the Eras tour, the line between admiration and obsession got blurred completely.
Taylor Swift comes out with a new album this week, and let me explain to you why her last album release played part in me and my boyfriend at the time breaking up.
And I lit a candle and I put Taylor Swift on the TV, and I love Taylor Swift.
This isn't really about Taylor Swift, the person. It is mostly about Taylor Swift, the phenomenon. Because for some reason, Taylor Swift have now become a brand, a religion, a fandom that could probably overthrow small governments if you give them a week's notice.
Taylor Swift fans just shut down an entire restaurant. So this is a picture from what appears to be thousands of Taylor Swift fans completely flooding a restaurant after they found out that Taylor Swift was eating there.
If you're hoping to get anywhere near the stage for Taylor Swift's Eras tour, it's looking like you're going to have to camp for 5 months. Yeah, you heard that right. According to Pitchfork, hundreds of Swifties in Argentina have been camping outside the stadium since June to get as close to Tay as possible.
And somewhere along the line, what started as a love for a musician turned into something way darker. An obsession that says more about us than it does about her. With that being said, let's dive right into it, shall we? Chapter 1. The making of a modern myth. Taylor Swift didn't just blow up because she was literally built up. From the very beginning, her career was a carefully woven story about the girl next door who turned heartbreak into poetry. She sold us illusions of authenticity, and she did it better than anyone else.
Do you think you're going to become a star, and do you care if you do?
You know what? It would be really cool.
My friends are extremely supportive. I hang out with them as much as possible. When I'm not working, I'm with them.
Every album felt like a diary. Every lyric, every clue that she left in it, whether mistakenly or intentionally.
The lyrics in Dear Reader were clues for the Torture Post Department bonus tracks this entire time.
In case you haven't seen, there's more. She tweeted this: when you go listen to Red, you see a Spotify canvas with a link. So you unscramble that, it's redtaylorsversion.taylorswift.com, you go to this website and look at this. It says The Vault, and then it has a bunch of blanks with everything in it, so let me figure this out. I have my spreadsheet open next to it, I'm trying to figure out which ones go where.
Every breakup was literally a national event. She wasn't just an artist, she was a character in a story that fans were invited to decode. And guess what? Surprise or not surprise, the internet ate it up. But the thing about building a brand on relatability is that at some point, fans stop seeing you as a celebrity and start seeing you as theirs. And that is where the obsession began. Not from the hate, but from ownership. People feeling like they own Taylor Swift because they relate to her.
Okay, video number 2, because now my makeup is done and now I have another Taylor Swift Easter egg on my person. I got this top from Undress Code, and Taylor Swift wore this on her date night the other night at Lucali's in Brooklyn. And I am about to leave for a date in Brooklyn, so if it's good enough for Taylor, it is good enough for me.
This chapter is what I like to call the Easter egg economy. If you've ever seen Swifties analyzing a 2-second clip of Taylor Swift's outfit and turning it into a 3-part theory about her next album, then congratulations, you witnessed the Easter egg economy.
Lovers, we have an emergency. We have a red alert. Oh my goodness, Taylor just posted on her Instagram account with Jack Antonoff, and I have never been more convinced that TS11 is coming.
There are 6 years, 6 months, and 6 days since the end of the Reputation Stadium tour to the AMAs on Monday. But it's even better than that because she literally hinted at this in the Eras Tour book. This Eras Tour book. And I even got my karma nails today trying to summon her from beyond, and she might be back.
Taylor turned everything into a marketing machine. For example, hidden clues, coded colors, or mysterious Instagram posts. Everything was a puzzle. And the best part about all this is that fans weren't just playing along. they were doing the marketing for her. They built entire subcultures around finding hints that may or may not exist. She could post a picture of a random tree and someone could say, okay guys, since Taylor posted this picture of a tree, maybe she wants to release new music, open bracket, the tree version, because everything has to have a version when it comes to Taylor Swift.
Look. This is Taylor Swift's 11th album. We have 2 more coming. Hear me out. 11. 1 + 1 = 2. Keep that number in mind. There are 31 songs on this album. The inverse of that, 13, her favorite number. Well, she's 34. You take 31 from 34, how many do you have left? 3.
I posted this video yesterday about this girl who discovered that Taylor Swift was actually walking like a clock. There's a whole thing. And now all these Swifties are tagging me in these nuts, clue finding, really detective shit level videos where they're rearranging the letters from her t-shirt. What is going on?
And the scary part about all this is that sometimes they are right. Because when fandom turns into unpaid labor, when everything that she does is overanalyzed under a microscope, it's no longer appreciation, it's obsession disguised as engagement.
I'm divorcing my husband because he booed Taylor Swift at the Super Bowl, and I still don't think he believes me, to be honest, but he might want to start, because I just filed my paperwork at the courthouse, and you can see right here.
Can we say Swifties are a cult yet, or is it too early? All information I hear about Taylor Swift is against my will, but I heard that she's getting engaged, and all the Swifties are like, I didn't get an invite? Where was my invite? And then the other half is like, there goes my shining star. I hope you treat her right. You better treat her right. Guys, you're getting worked up over a billionaire that doesn't know you.
Let's talk about parasocial relationships. You know, the one-sided emotional connection you have with somebody that doesn't even know you exist. I personally don't think Taylor Swift invented it, but she literally perfected it. Through all the Tumblr posts, the handwritten letters, the secret sessions, and even surprise gifts, she built a sense of intimacy that felt personal. It made fans feel chosen, seen, and part of the story.
We had a contest on our website to find the biggest Taylor Swift fan, and there were thousands and thousands of entries, and someone in this audience is the winner.
There's no one on this earth that just adores her, genuinely adores her more than I do. She's an incredible person. You said it yourself.
Yeah, she is.
She has totally changed my life. I think she's amazing.
She is amazing.
And to no one's surprise, it worked, because to this day, people still talk about Taylor Swift like she's their best friend who just happens to be a billionaire. And what people don't realize yet is that this attachment can quickly turn into possession. Just mistakenly criticize Taylor online and fans act like you insulted their actual sister. It is not love anymore. I genuinely don't think it is. It's loyalty mixed with obsession. The kind that social media rewards with likes and validation.
Does anyone else not care about what's going on in Taylor Swift's life? I feel like I'm the only person who just doesn't care.
This is so Taylor Swift photo.
What do you mean?
Starbucks lovers? Long list of Starbucks lovers?
What?
It's okay. I almost thought it wasn't Taylor's version, but it's all good.
But there's one thing we all have to admit, is the fact that Taylor is a business genius. I mean, she has multiple vinyl versions, exclusive editions, and merch that will sell out within seconds. And at first, I was thinking this is normal, but when I looked more into it, I realized that is not. She has a Midnight Moonstone Blue edition. She has the Lavender edition. She has the Target exclusive edition with bonus track. That is 3 versions for just one album. Everything has to have an edition when it comes to Taylor, and I think we've already seen that happen with her recent albums and how she's always selling different versions of the same song. But I guess anything that fills your pocket as a billionaire. And I want you all to act surprised when I say this, because fans will buy all of them, not because they need the songs, but because owning them feels like being part of something.
So I bought every single vinyl and CD variant for Taylor Swift's The Life of a Showgirl, so you don't have to. Or maybe you do, because honestly, I'm obsessed with all of these, the packaging and everything. This is the best she's ever done.
Let's talk Taylor Swift vinyl. Y'all are constantly asking me about my collection. Well, here it is. And yes, it includes albums that she's featured on.
I don't think she's selling music anymore. I think she's selling belonging. And the internet encourages it, because the more you buy, post, and engage, the higher your Swiftie status. It is emotional capitalism, and it is incredibly effective.
They have the vinyl case merch. Does that mean all of this is going to be merch? They have an ornament. They have ornament merch. That is the first merch ornament we're getting. Oh my god. Y'all, I'm literally shaking. Freaking out like I am. No one is freaking out like I am. Nobody else realized that was freaking merch. And that's the first ornament.
But when loyalty has a price tag, it is no longer a fandom. It is a financial devotion. And of course, like you already expect, the media feeds into this cycle like it's a buffet. Every relationship that Taylor gets into becomes a headline. Every facial expression that she makes becomes a moment for some reason. If she dates someone, it is dissected. If she breaks up, it is monetized. If she sneezes, someone writes a 2,000 word think piece about what it symbolizes.
Does anyone else feel like the Travis Kelce Taylor Swift relationship is a big con? A big con? Because you're telling me, Mr. Travis Kelce, the man, the myth, the legend, that has a history of dating very voluptuous women of all different colors, is now getting married to Taylor Swift?
I'm sorry, but I do not believe Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift are a thing. It just doesn't feel real to me. I don't really care, like, what you guys tell me. I also can admit to you guys that I'm a Taylor Swift hater. Like, I'm not a fan. I just think that she represents white mediocrity and how it can still be successful, and I'm just not here for it, so she's not somebody for me.
The media learned that anything that had Taylor Swift in the title gets clicks, so they overfeed the beast, and the fandoms, they eat it up, even when it is harmful. And that, my friend, is how obsession spreads. Because it's not just fans being intense, it's an entire industry built to keep you watching.
Are we as a society experiencing mass hysteria over Taylor Swift? Because I made a video with what I thought was a pretty lukewarm take where I just said if you like Taylor's album, you should like Taylor's album. If you don't like Taylor's album, you cannot like Taylor's album, but you should not make that other people's problem. And I got over 20 DMs with people calling me a word that rhymes with Yahtzee.
I just saw a video of a girl fully break down crying because of Taylor Swift getting engaged. And it was so scary because she literally said, you know, after I processed this, like the artist I've known for the longest time, she's really engaged and she's like crying during this. To be that attached to a celebrity is actually scary.
Let's dive into chapter 6, the culture of protection. There is a new phase of the fandom now. It is called the protector era. Fans have taken it upon themselves to guide Taylor's image like it's a national treasure. Say anything even slightly critical and you're labeled as a hater. It doesn't matter if it's valid at all. Nuance doesn't survive on the internet, and I think we all know that.
Hey, don't forget, Taylor Swift still kicks ass. No, she does. You.
Taylor Swift isn't a billionaire, at least not in the way that you think.
Taylor Swift could stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue and shoot someone, and people like this would still support her. It's crazy how defensive they get.
While everything she may own may equate to $1 billion, that doesn't mean she has $1 billion in liquid assets.
Do you think that just because someone's worth billions, that they just have $1 billion in their savings account? Their worth is determined by their investments and also things that they own, like real estate. She bought that. I just think it's so weird that her fans all of a sudden lose the ability to grasp basic concepts when they feel like they have to defend her.
And that is why what has been happening recently has been kind of blown out of proportion. I mean, Taylor is being dragged through the mud because of her songs and her album. Now, even Swifties are admitting the fact that it is not good and they've been looking forward to it.
Did you hear about Taylor Swift releasing like 20 new versions of every song just to spite small artists?
It is really telling that you care when she does it, but not when it's a man.
I've literally never heard of anyone else doing that ever.
Exactly. Because when a man does it, it doesn't make the news.
So she's complaining about being rich and famous since she was a kid? That feels really out of touch.
You're lucky you weren't rich and famous as a kid, that you actually got to have a childhood.
I was an orphan working full-time at a meatpacking plant since I was 12.
Exactly. You have no concept of how hard her life was.
The album is supposed to be hated on. It's a metaphor for how as a showgirl you can never please everyone. And that's the thing. Taylor can't win with you guys.
People are pointing out the fact that Taylor Swift is not a girl's girl and she is a pick-me, which by the songs that she has been singing towards women and constantly comparing herself to her fiancés, exes, maybe that is what she is. But I feel like people are going about this the wrong way. Like, you're calling out Taylor Swift for doing a certain thing and you're doing it way worse. I saw this video of this woman comparing Taylor Swift's body to Travis's ex's body, and in my mind I'm like, you're doing the exact same thing that she's doing. Are you not supposed to call her out in the right way?
Taylor Swift is mad because deep down inside she knows that Travis Kelce settled for her in terms of looks. I'm not saying she don't look good, like, you know, she's pretty, but she's no Kayla Nicole. She's She knows she's not a bad bitch. She said she's not a savage. She's actually saying it. She's like, yo, I know I don't look this good. I don't look that good, but he still picked me. Oh, she low-key will pick me.
Taylor Swift knows she's not Travis Kelce's type, and that's what the album gave me. So not only was the album trash and the lyrics were trash, it gave, I'm jealous because I'm not my future husband's type. You look at his dating history, you see all these beautiful women. You look down her dating history, you see all these mediocre looking men, and then you get to the end and Travis is her best pull. Her best pull. You look at Travis's dating history and she is his worst pull.
This protection complex turns fandoms into echo chambers. Fans aren't engaging with art anymore, they're defending a deity. Taylor's brand runs on one perfect illusion, and that, my friend, is perfection. Even her relatable moments feels a little too polished. She mastered vulnerability, I would give her that, but only the kind that looks great on camera. The Taylor that they love so much is part person and part projection. And when you idealize someone that hard, it is impossible to separate admiration from fixation. The internet forgets that defending somebody doesn't mean destroying others, but you know, toxic fandoms do not operate on logic. It runs on loyalty and adrenaline. And that is where we get into the scariest part. It's not about Taylor anymore. It's about what she represents. Power, emotion, validation, and identity.
Regardless of whether or not you like the album, Taylor Swift's fan base must be studied. It must be studied in a lab. It must be studied by historians for decades to come.
I know this is a rhetorical question, but the reality is that Taylor's hardcore fans really do believe they are this close to being considered her friends. Taylor has stoked the flames of the parasocial relationship with her and her audience throughout the course of her career, and dare I say, it's evil genius.
When that becomes someone's moral compass, criticism feels like betrayal.
Arguing with a Taylor Swift fan has never made sense to me, because how are you gonna argue with somebody that's been at her house? Like, she sent them Christmas gifts. The chances of them hearing her unreleased album months before it dropped is not zero, right? So, like, is it really that parasocial if she actually loves them back? Like, how weird is it really?
Let us look at this from another side. The truth is, the obsession with Taylor says more about us than her. We live in a world where parasocial relationship fills emotional gaps, where fandom becomes therapy and celebrities become coping mechanisms. We oftentimes project our insecurities, our heartbreak, and our need for connection onto somebody that we'll probably never meet. I think to an extent, it is easier to believe the idea of Taylor Swift than to meet her in real life.
I know that one day I will probably meet Taylor Swift in reality, in real life. That being said, I know exactly what would happen to me physically if I met Taylor Swift in real life. I would have a visceral reaction. I love her so much that she is sort of like a god figure to me. And I think that I would either start shaking, no. I would definitely start shaking, my blood pressure would drop, and I could faint.
This is where it starts to get too toxic, not because people love her, but because they've built entire identities around someone else's story.
Okay, I'm so sick of opening my phone and every time I go to my For You page, it's people who don't like the album, and I'm just like, I'm in enemy territory and I need out.
Why is it that people who hate popular things love to tell you about it? Okay, you hate Taylor Swift. Great. Honestly, that's even less interesting than liking Taylor Swift, I think.
Taylor Swift isn't really the villain here. I mean, she's not even the villain at all. She's the product and the proof of what modern fandom has become. She built a brand so emotionally effective that people forget where admiration ends and ownership begins. And now she's trapped in the same machine that made her. The toxic obsession with Taylor Swift isn't really about her music. It is literally about us. It is about our loneliness, it is about our escapism, and it's about the fact that we feel like someone out there understands us the way we feel and they kind of relate to us. And that is not really our fault. It's the fact that we feel a connection to somebody that we've never met before and somebody that we do not know personally. Anyways, I made this headband myself. I'm now getting into crocheting, and this is like the butterfly I attached onto this. I don't know if you can see properly. I didn't clean my camera before I started filming, but yeah, this is the first project and I love it. I really like purple. Purple is like my favorite color now. And yeah, that's all for this video. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. That is all for this video again, and I'm gonna see you all in the next one. Bye. This is the first time I've not done bye with my hands. Bye.